Alright, so your first step is you're gonna take your SD card, flash drive, or whatever card you use, plug it up into your computer. Alright, so now I'm gonna leave a link in the video description so you can download the 3D file for the Venus box. These are STL files, so you cannot print it directly. So you want to go ahead and use a slicer to slice it down into layers so the printer understands it. So I'm using Cura, and then you're gonna drag and drop each of the STL files into it. So I'm using a pretty small printer. This is the Monoprice Mini V2. So I have a pretty small bed size, so I cannot print many at the same time. So you want to go ahead and go to the settings, and you're gonna set your layer height. So the lower the layer height is, the better quality this would be, but the longer time it would take to print. If you want it to be strong, you want to go ahead and use a very low layer height, as you can see, ultra fine. But if you want it to be just as strong and fast, you're gonna go ahead and go with fine or maybe normal. I like fine better. It takes long, but the quality is very good. And the infill, I will recommend only 20%. So yeah, the higher the infill is, the heavier the item will be, because it will use more plastic into the build. Alright, so grade your infill, you don't need that. And the support, you don't need no support on this item. Alright, and you don't need no adhesion because it has a pretty wide surface sticking to the bed. You're not gonna need extra spread of plastic on the base to keep it stick to the bed. So you have a pretty good surface already on the bed, so you don't need no adhesion. Alright, so now that that's all set, you want to go ahead and hit slice. So it's gonna process it, and as you can see, it is 7 hours and 25 minutes, as you can see. So that's a pretty long wait right there. So if you feel like you cannot wait this long, you can go ahead and reduce to normal, and you can go ahead and slice again, and that time is basically going to reduce. As you can see, now it is roughly 6 hours. So you can also use a lower quality, but I wouldn't recommend it because usually they break very fast. So I always go with normal, fine, or higher quality. Alright, so I've already done all of that. I have the G code files. So once you slice it, you're gonna get a G code file that you want to go ahead and save into your SD card, and then transfer it into your 3D printer and begin the printing. Alright, so this specific item has doors. As you can see here, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are doors, and they are pretty small. You can basically add the whole thing in one bed. As you can see here, you can squeeze all 4 of them and print them at once. So I've already done that, as you can see here. So yeah, as you can see here, I have all 4 of them. It's not going to print them one by one, but the whole thing at once. So that's a good way to really save time. So I've already done all of that. So I have my SD card plugged in, as you can see here. These are the 3 files. This is the cam, this is the cover, and these are the 4 doors added together into one single file. And now you're gonna load those files into the SD card, eject it, and then you're gonna go ahead and insert it in your printer. All right. Cool. Now you want to go ahead and hit print, and you can navigate one cam, and you're gonna go ahead and hit print. Now just some waiting now until it is printed. Alright, so the doors are printed, and if you look closely, you're gonna see these little triangles on the door hinge, and you have to remove those. They just help this part build up. After that, you can remove them. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the adhesion, and then I'm gonna remove the triangles. Alright, so the doors are cleaned up. Now let's go ahead. If you see, there are 2x2. One has a big gap, and one pair has a smaller gap, as you can see here. Those go together